Today I'm going to show you how I seasoned my molds. There's been some talk lately about how horrible silicone molds are, and yeah, they're definitely not the easiest to work with, but there is some things that you can do. So the first thing I want to show you is the mold I'm going to be working with today. I left it dirty for my last batch specifically so I could show you this. If you look, can you see right here, that soap? And it's already gotten wet, so you probably can't see, but there is some soap down in like the corners and stuff. So what I normally do is I just drop it in here into the sink, fill it up with warm water, and use a paper towel. You don't need to use like palm olive or anything, because that's actually just going to strip you of the oils that you want. So I just use a wet paper towel and use the soap that's in it or left on it to scrub it. I mean, it is soap, so just wash your excess soap away. And then get in here like this. And then just look around and see if you've gotten everything. If you haven't, you can get in there and dig it out. You can go along the outside and get pieces like that. It does take a little work, but to me it's worth it. If you have stubborn pieces that don't want to come off, you can always switch to one of those scrubby thingies. I don't even know what they're called, just the Scotch Guard scrubbies. And on the outside it probably doesn't matter as much, but you want it to be clean, so yeah, that's pretty much all you do. I'll finish cleaning this up after I turn the camera off, but the most important thing to do is to make sure that you're not stripping your mold of oils. You can see the inside's clean now, and I've gotten all the stuff that was there along the outside. Got one little piece right here. Okay, so that's it. You want to leave the oils, because the oils is what seasons it. It's like a cast iron pan. You want to leave the oils and just kind of scrub it out, don't wash it out. If you have a problem when you do this and you notice that your scent is transferring from batch to batch, just a little rubbing alcohol to take care of the scent, but I don't really have that problem, so I just leave it like that. So I'm going to go ahead and shut the camera off now and get this finished cleaning up. I am going to make another loaf of soap tonight, so when I'm done with that, I'll tape the unmolding and show you how well the soap comes out. I've only been doing this for a little while. I only recently discovered this trick, so I can't guarantee the corners won't break, but I've had a lot of luck since I started doing this with them not breaking, so I'll be right back. So this is the thing that you want to do after you wash your mold out. I've actually just put soap in here, and you'll see later I've already just washed and cleaned this one out again, since I showed you the first part. I have just this little bottle of like drugstore glycerin. Oops. I dropped it on the floor. Good thing the lid was closed. And you can get this at, I don't know, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, whatever. And what I like to do is you just take a few, 3 or 4 little drops, 6 drops, and take a dry paper towel, and you do just like you would if you're seasoning a cast iron pan. And you'll be able to feel it in there, and if you feel like it got pretty good on this side, but not so much anywhere else, so you can go like down the sides. Just a few drops, a little bit goes a long way. Or if you can prefer, you can just put a few drops on your towel and just rub. And when it feels, I guess for lack of a better word, if it feels greasy, you don't want it really super slick. Like if you look on the inside of here now, I don't know if you can see, but right in this corner right here, there's a little bit of wetness there. That's okay, but I like to soak it up. But you just want it to be like a nice coating, and then that will protect your silicone mold from sticking to the soap, which in the next segment, when you see me unmolding the soap, it pops out really easily. On the soap that I will show you, I actually already did that part, and I did get stickage on one side, but that was from the soap being soft. It came really easily off the other sides, and it popped right out. So that's the result of using glycerin, or some people use mineral oil, but nothing else, because other kinds of oils will probably saponify, which glycerin saponifies, but it's on the outside, so it's going to make a barrier, and that's what helps your soap to pop. So this is what you do for the first few times, and also, like I said, when you're doing the soap, you want to just kind of wipe it out and rinse it out, no soap, and then that will help you to build a nice seasoned barrier. That way your soap doesn't stick and you don't break your corners. Here we are, it's Wednesday, just right at 6 o'clock. I made this soap about 48 hours ago. Normally it's ready to unmold in, I don't know, 18 to 24 hours, but I didn't gel this one, so it needed some extra time. Also, it needed extra time because it stayed soft, not just from the gelling, but because, like, if I poke down in here, it's still kind of soft, but it's firm enough to pull out, so I'm going to. But with this formula, it was a little bit different because I needed extra titanium dioxide, which meant more water. And because it was more water, it stayed softer longer. So if you look around the edges, you can see how far the soap has pulled away from the mold, and that doesn't normally happen, but that's all right. That's one way to tell if your soap is done, ready to unmold. Another way, just to kind of pick it up and squeeze it and test it for hardness. So I'm going to show you how to break the seal on this and get your soap out, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I break my soaps on top of a paper towel just to protect my countertop, and also to protect the soap from falling onto the countertop. So what I do is I take the sides first, one at a time, and break them all the way down. And I lied, this might still be a little bit too soft. And the ends are okay. But that side's okay, but this side's still soft. Look at the inside there. See how much that tore away? Let's see if I can get it on the camera and get my finger out of the way. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a whole big glop on the side there, and that's from the white being so soft. But the bottom, well, we're going to go ahead and try this. Okay, good, came out perfect. So that's how I take my soaps out, and like I said, the white is a little bit soft. The whole thing's a little bit soft, but notice I have no breakage on the corners. See? Intact corners there. Intact corners there. And intact on the sides. I don't really care about the one side not being perfect because I plane my soaps anyway. But if you're someone who doesn't plane your soaps, you're going to want to make sure that it's solid all the way through. So then what I do is I just roll my soap over. If it's more solid than this, I can actually just pick it up and turn it over. But since this one's still soft, I'm going to roll it over. There we go. Well, this one's fighting me a little bit. I guess I probably should have waited another day, but the whole point in this video is not necessarily about demolding soap. It's about seasoning the mold. Okay. So there's our mold again on the inside, back to the same soapy stuff that we had before. So we do the same thing that we did in the beginning. which is just to wipe it out, not to clean it out or not to wash it out, but just wipe it down with the soap that's in there and use the soap to clean it, and then that will keep it nice and seasoned so that you don't get broken corners. So that's it. I'll probably be back in a couple more days. This needs a few more days to harden. This is Pink Ladies, and look for the video for the cutting of this one over the weekend. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.